So it's the first day of a new season, and we've got some interesting tests coming up, and a bunch of new players. So should we get into it and see if maybe we can start turning Arsenal's fortunes back around? We'll have a look. So let's get into it then, and you can see our first game of the season is against all of the might of Burnley. So let me just give you a quick trying to get this in the right place, it's very much annoying me. There we go, it's probably slightly better. Let's get you through into all of the things that you have missed. So first of all, transfer wise, we had bids for Mustafi, but they were trying to offer us 11 million for a player who's worth 22.5. Nope. And Henrik Mkhitaryan has his transfer planned ahead of time. We couldn't do anything about. So let's look at the ins and the outs. First of all, the ins. Ignore some of these because they're just on trial. I don't think there's a way to just... Let's try that one. I think that one works. Because the only players I've really brought in have come in on loan, so we'll focus on the loans first. So we already had Dani Ceballos at the club. Javier Pastore has come in from Roma, gives another nice option as a playmaker. Marcus Rojo has come in as a centre-half, another good option. Musa Wage has come in from Barcelona, 20-year-old wing-back for both sides, really. Not really a Premier League quality player yet, maybe just barely, but some good potential, so maybe we'll see if we can actually bring him in as a long-term prospect. David Santon, I brought him in and then realised I had a limit on the number of foreign players I could have with the squad registration and couldn't register him, so he'll play in the Cups. We'll make sure he gets some football. We'll figure it out in January. Lorenzo Tonelli came in as backup at centre-half from Napoli. Not a player I know a tremendous amount about. He's not brilliant, but he'll do the job for now. And the big signing, James Rodriguez from Real Madrid, who I think we're all pretty aware, when he's on form, one of the best playmakers in the world. When he's not on form, you know, yeah. This guy's gone for £190 million over the course of his career to some of the biggest clubs in the world and just never seems to really fully achieve his potential. On terms of the outs, these guys were already gone when I got here. We let this lad, Tyrese John Jules, who I'm guessing is related to Danny John Jules in some way. It's a quite rare surname. He's gone out on loan to Ipswich, but looks like he could be a big old prospect for us. Says he could be a Premier League player in the future and might be someone I recall because I don't have enough strikers at the club. Pimenta is a guy that I bought for 300k and loaned straight out. Could become a Championship player in the future, but I'm just looking at his stats and I don't know, I feel like as long as only those main important stats for his job at fullback develop, crossing is a big one, could become something useful. And then Gabriel Martinelli has gone on loan to Cone for the season, and he again probably quite a big prospect for us. Could turn into a decent player. We're going to kind of see what happens with him. He was someone I kind of wanted in the squad, but all of the development centre stuff basically said loan him out. He's not going to play. I think we can recall him if we need to, which is absolutely fine. Yeah, just the one transfer in, permanent transfer in, which obviously there's been all the ones that I made before I got here. But was Pimenta. All these guys were already at the club, so we're not going to worry too much about them. I've sold Nathan Tormey because he was just never really going to make it. You can see a 17 scout rating. Got some money in for him. Blackburn wanted him. I was happy to let him go. So that was a pretty sweet deal for us. And you'll have noticed there's a lot of players who've come in just on trial. Some names you'll recognise, some big names. Jack Rodwell's come in. Just because I was a little thin on the ground, I just wanted to see who played in the Premier League might have a shot of playing for us. I think the ones that are closest, Rodwell, our midfield is stacked. He was never going to get in. Same with Gareth Barry, unfortunately not going to get in, but he's also 38. Brought a lot of guys here, you can see, just have a look at them. Anyone who really with a cap or an under-21 cap that looked interesting. Tommy Hoban actually isn't far off being good enough for our first team. But one problem I've had when I've been looking at signing players is this stuff's a bit broken. So obviously he'd be an emergency backup, and he entered the contracts. Oh, he's actually asking for a reasonable wage. There was a goalkeeper I was looking at. I forget who it was. Not a great keeper. Let's look at the 23s. I think he was in the 23s. Really annoying having to get there that way now. Guillermo de Amores. He wanted £125,000 per week. He's not played for many big clubs. I mean, okay, Montevideo, Liverpool Montevideo, decent sized club. Fluminense, decent sized club, but not a decent enough sized club that I'm going to give a guy 125 grand a week for coming from them. And that's been kind of why I've lent so much on the loan market. Almost any player you choose to bring on, we'll pick a random player on a free. I say pick a random player. Let's look at the ages. These guys would come in quite cheap, but then if you look at anyone who's not based in the UK, way more conditions here than I was hoping to use, but based in regions UK and Ireland, and not in this guy. Let's take this guy, Matthias Lorenz. I'm guessing he's not had a massive career. It's going to be missing now. It's taking ages to. There's something buggy about the game speed, and it's not the computer. Should be far too good to have that trouble. So he's wanted by AAC, who are a team I've never heard of from Brazil. I'm guessing it's someone whose name I just haven't fixed yet. Not been a big player anywhere. Approached to sign. Finalise his promise as a youngster. Negotiate contract. 125k a week. Not even a breakthrough prospect. 125k a week. Just ridiculous. Otherwise, nothing really to report. I replaced a lot of the staff as well. That was a thing I did. Let's see the staff transfers. Got rid of a bunch of guys because the coaching staff at Arsenal is just utterly atrocious, quite frankly. And brought in a whole bunch of guys, including controversially Teddy Sheringham. It's across North London, but it's fine. John Carver's come in. Gary Lewin's come in as a physio. Some decent names in terms of coaching. You look at some of these coaching stats here, some of these stats analysis, good analyst, a good analyst. Can't speak English. Really good attacking coach in Attilio Lombardo. Some good solid coaches to really boost our coaching, because we were somewhere near the bottom on average. Was not ideal, but let's get into the game. Let's play Burnley. I've already picked the team, just to speed things along a little bit. So, playing the late game as well, should have thought of that. So we have to skip through a couple of these just to get ourselves in the right place. It should be fine. Those of you who are used to the channel know my first episodes. They always run a little bit long. Because I have to get into the rhythm of a new save. And there's always a bit more to talk about in the first game episode anyway. Oh, Crawley beating Salford 3-0. That's embarrassing. It's fine, but it's embarrassing. This has been a big issue I've had with the beta so far, actually. Just the loading times just seem to take forever. Oh, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has transfer listed Pogba. I said I'd be interested because I don't want to look like an idiot, but I haven't got 67 million to spend on anyone. Yeah. Also, our competition expectations, I don't think I showed them last time, we're expected to reach the final of the UEFA Cup, qualify for the Champions League, reach the semi-final of the FA Cup, and they don't give a damn about the Carabao League whatsy doodah. So we're going to throw out the kids in that one and see what happens. You'll see our second game of the episode, by the way, is going to be Manchester City. So that's worth paying attention to. Javier Pastore isn't fit, so he's not going to play. But this is the team lineups. I think I've got a lot of last season's kits loaded up because no one's done a graphics pack for this season yet, as far as I know. So that's the thing, and this is our starting lineup for the first game of the season. So Bernd Leno is in goal, as you'd expect. Wage gets his debut and right back. Socrates, Luis and Kolasinac are the back four because that's the best I could scrape up. Ceballos and Torreira are playing in midfield. I'm not entirely convinced by the Mazzala DLP combination. In fact, I don't want a deep-lying playmaker and an advanced playmaker. That's a bad decision, so I'll make him box-to-box. Pepe is starting on the right wing. He wants to be an inside forward on attack, which is janky. I don't like having two inside forwards on attack. That'll probably change at some point in the game. We'll see how that goes. Ozil is the playmaker. Aubameyang on the left wing and Lacazette playing up top, which is they're the only two half decent strikers. I mean, Pepe can play up top, but they're the only two decent strikers anywhere at the club. Awkward. On the bench we've got Martinez, Maitland-Niles, this lad Bukayo Saka, who's a really good prospect. The coaching staff have advised me to put him in the youth team, but no, he is going to get some football this season. Rodriguez is on the bench. Mustafi, Balogun, who is another prospect striker from the youth team. Really like the look of this guy. Folarin Balogun, an American. I'm guessing an American Turk with that name, probably. An American Nigerian. English. Interesting. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, sorry, he looks like a really solid player. Can't make the game work. Or a potentially really solid player. He's got a lot of pace to him, so we'll see if he develops at all while we're playing the beta. And then Granit Xhaka is on the bench. So that's the team. That's the lineup. Got to drop 2 squad numbers. Oh, that's dangerous. Rodriguez, you cannot have your number 10, but I'll give you a number 7 as a compromise because number 7 is a way better number. And you can have a number 17 because why the devil not? Quick swig of the old Pepsi Max because the voice isn't quite there yet. Those of you who've been around the channel for a while will remember that I had the flu last week, or for the last few weeks, and the voice is the last thing coming back, which makes YouTubing fun, and for some reason I have crowd noise turned on, which is going to be very annoying. So let's see if I can get into the preferences from here and sort it out. Apparently I can't. We'll sort it out in a second. We'll hand that over to the assistant. Do it for the fans. They don't care about the fans. No interest in the fans. We've got a tunnel interview as well. Because why wouldn't we? First day in charge of Arsenal. Sum up the feelings. Good. Can't deny it makes it easier for us. I mean, to be honest, doesn't make a difference, or shouldn't make a difference to us. We're not going to risk Javier Pastore because of his injury problems. We'll skip the cinematics because I'm just not a fan. And let's turn off the crowd noise where I can. Boom, done. Because it's just distracting. I forgot to look at the teams, by the way. You saw our team. They've got Nick Pope, Phil Barsley, Tarkovsky, Gibson, me, Cork, Westwood, Goodmanson, Brady, Rodriguez. Not James Rodriguez, obviously. I don't know if it's James or James. Anyway, it's Jay Rodriguez, who's probably still a James Rodriguez anyway. And Ashley Barnes up top. That's the crack. Do I have all this set up properly? I do. Good times. Right. Let's see how this goes. We've got an early throw in. Kolasinac to Ozil. Back to Kolasinac. See, it's juddering horribly, and it shouldn't be. Kolasinac. Fouled by Westwood. It's a tight call. We're going to VAR. To the little TV. Hopefully we don't have to see the whole running. It's fine. Recommended the decision. Who's taking our penalties? Pepe. Pepe's taking it. What a free kick. Oh, sorry, what a penalty even. Brain has failed. It's annoying that I have to do this. I'm just going to pause that a second. Just for a second. In fact, no, we'll leave it. For the next game, I'm going to have to change the graphics settings down. Because for some reason, the beta can't handle the graphics at a respectable level. I don't know why. Like I said, this PC's... I bought it pretty much brand new for FM18, and it was way overpowered for FM18. Sorry, FM19 even, and it shouldn't have any trouble with FM20, you'd think. Looking at the stats, we've got the best of the game, as you'd expect us to have. No real standout performances. Pepe has got his goal, though, so that's giving him a 6.9. The 1-0 lead isn't a problem, and we're not seeing many actual highlights. Torreira lays it to Kolasinac, apparently. Blah, blah, but stuff's happening. Ball into the side netting. Probably would have been interesting to see that, just to have a bit of action going on. But, you know, not a key highlight. They're picking up a lot of fouls, which is good. We've got some complacent-looking players there. Let's do a concentrate shout. See if that takes the complacency out. Torreira with the corner. Puts it over the top to Aubameyang, and Pierre Aubameyang has got his first goal of the season. Making the most of the set pieces here. Some good attacking football happening. Really annoying that that's so janky. I don't know what I can do to fix it. There's nothing really running in the background. But we'll see what happens. Highlight from kickoff, but this usually doesn't go anywhere. Torreira to Ozil. Ozil out to Aubameyang on the wing. Blistering pace. He's going to cut it inside. No, he's gone alone. And Nick Pope parries it out for a corner. And we'll see what happens here. It's looking graphically very nice. It's going to be a shame when we have to turn it down. Torreira. Aubameyang says he's got to it, but David Luiz picks up on the edge of the area. Back out to Torreira. What's Torreira? Any ball to any dream will do here, bud. Any dream. There we go. Ozil. Back to Kolasinac, and that's over. Overwhelmed by being asked to concentrate. That's just ridiculous. That's a ridiculous overreaction. Overwhelmed by being asked to concentrate. So they're all looking complacent. Let's, what can we do to make them less complacent? Show some passion. Let's show some passion. Nope. Frustrated. They don't care what I tell them. They're playing with slightly less width. Well, that's not ideal because we're playing with a lot of width. Pepe! That's an absolutely audacious lob. What a shot. That was ridiculous. Goodmanson's put it inside. Pepe's just picked it up, spotted Nick Pope off his line and just had a first time dig. What a lad. They're still looking complacent, like we're battering Burnley. They should be absolutely over the moon. Let's see if we can praise them. Will they react well to some praise, maybe? There we go, fired up by the praise. Starting to learn the personalities of the team a little bit. It's okay, we've got 36 minutes on the clock. It's really annoying to me that I can't see that clock. But I've got to try and make the audio audible. Told you I couldn't speak English tonight. That's absolutely fine, we'll make that work. Eventually. It's going to be some kind of jiggery pokery with cameras and whatnot happens before the next episode, I think, just to make myself able to be heard, seen, and see. It's not a tiny monitor I'm using. Unnecessarily big because it's plugged into my TV, because student towers. Not enough room for monitors and a TV and all those gubbins. On the wee little desk we're given Ben Mee, picked up a knock ex-Arsenal youngster, I seem to remember. It's not going to tell me on that screen for reasons I don't understand. I'm sure it used to. That's fine, we're 3-0 up and we're going into half-time, and it's not a lot I can really say. 3-0 up is a good start to the season. Good start to the first half. Pepe seemed confused because we didn't say anything. Okay. Screw it. It can't go much more wrong. Ozil is the team leader on the pitch, by the way. David Luiz the captain, though, and that's the important thing. Let's see how it goes. 15 shots, 7 of them on target. It's a bit wasteful, but we've only fouled a couple of times. I like that. We've not picked up any cards. Robbie Brady's got a corner. They've brought Charlie Taylor on at left back as well at half time, and Ozil with the ball away from the corner just hoofs it up top. Lacazette's not getting on the end of that, and it's going back at us. But Jay Rodriguez shouldn't be good enough, and neither should Goodmanson to get through our defence. You watch it happen now. Jay Rodriguez drags a save out of Bernd Leno, really. And they've got themselves another corner. And Andy McNabb has a new book out, apparently. So that's the thing. No problem for Leno from the header from Tarkowski. And things are all looking a bit tickety-boo. Very tickety-boo. Mesut Ozil and Kolasinac are going to be the first ones we sub off on this series. But frankly, that's pretty bad for Burnley, because the natural replacement for Mesut Ozil is Rodriguez. So, just a slightly better player coming on. That's all I'm saying. I say slightly better. They are equals, really, both in game and in world football. We're spoiled for choice having the two of them, and obviously we've got a third playmaker who can slot in there as well. So it's a bit dirty. Ashley Barnes has found a way through. Another great save from Bernd Leno. Just too good. He's just too good. Really good little keeper. And Robbie Brady's got another corner, puts it over the top. Headed clear by Aubameyang, only as far as Ashley Barnes gets the ball out to Brady. Brady go looking for another cross. No, it looks for Goodmanson. Cork. They're having a bit too much of the game for my liking, but that's okay, because we've still got 64% of the possession. I don't know why it's not going faster between highlights. It should be going very fast. I think that's probably the janky graphicsy bug. I just don't understand it. Kolasinac is going to have to come off very shortly. Give him another 10 minutes. I start looking at bringing some of the kids into the game, I think, as well, is the ideal. Kolasinac is definitely going to come off. Maitland-Niles isn't really a left back, but he can fill in there. Just gives him a little bit of game time to help him develop, which is actually probably to our benefit. And obviously, as soon as Kieran Tierney's fit, which made that sub quick now, as soon as Kieran Tierney's fit, he will start seeing some game time, as you'd expect. Taylor with the throw into Hendrick. Whenever we get highlights, it seems to be them pressuring us. Westwood to Taylor. Really got to get the ball off them. They're playing some good little triangles, though. Taylor's a good crosser of the ball. If we can't close him down, we'll be in trouble. We haven't. We've failed. Goodmanson heads it over the bar, and that's perfectly safe for us. Absolutely fine. And Danny Ceballos is still looking really complacent. I don't think I like it. Mesut Ozil as well is going to be the next man off the field. In fact, let's do a quick double sub. Bring on James Rodriguez. Let's start calling him James Rodriguez because, it's just easier for me to remember. And we'll bring on Bukayo Saka for Aubameyang. Just to give him a run out, give us a little bit of a look at him. Let's have a quick look at the tactics, actually, just to see if those subs fit the style of play we're doing. They don't, because Saka definitely wants to be a winger. James Rodriguez wants to be an attacking midfielder, which is absolutely fine, because we can make Torreira the deep-lying playmaker he wants to be. Make us a bit more defensively solid. Maitland-Niles is best thing there. Hasn't really got one. That's fine. Quick change. So we're going to be making more chances from deep, ideally. But we don't need to make more chances. It's just a chance to try stuff out. They've brought Dallas on at right back. Hendrick was the other sub for them. So we're looking okay. We're looking decent. I mean, of course, it is. I don't want to say only Burnley. It's a bit disrespectful. But it's going to be a completely different challenge when we play against Manchester City in the next game, especially I think it's at the Etihad. That's, so entirely different class. We'll see if we are ready to challenge for the championship. Socrates finds Wagway on the right wing. Pepe just gives the ball away. That was sloppy. And ball over to Ashley Barnes. Leno with another save. He's kept us in the game again. Socrates removes the danger. Really big mistakes being made, though. We really should be doing better than that. I mean, it's Arsenal. We should be able to pass the ball around better than that. Really should be able to pass the ball around better than we did. And let's hope that next game we're a little bit tighter, a little bit more experience playing together would be very helpful. I don't think Burnley are going to get themselves back into this game in the next 10 seconds. Saka, how's he done since he's come on a 67? Nothing world-breaking. Pepe, though, 2 goals on his debut. Probably makes him worth, was it 72 million was paid for him? 72 million pounds. Probably a good deal for a player who can do that, and Aubameyang gets himself the other goal. So, there we go. Freddie Ljungberg finally learned how to give a team talk. He's fired the players up, and yeah. Replicating City 2 achievements, clean sheet, first victory, happy days. I think we're going to take a little break, and we'll come back on the other side with that game against Man City. And so we're back with game number 2, which sees us playing, as you can see, Man City. Nothing massively interesting has happened at all, really. Oh, that's going to be an interesting kit clash. Hope that's not reflected in the game. Hope that's just my janky kit thing. Looks like we're playing in red. Hopefully we're playing in red. Otherwise that's going to be really confusing on the cam. Right, so we have got one change. James has come in place of Ozil. Just wanted to try him out, really. Nothing too dramatic. Just a little change. Maybe scare him a little bit with that big name player. Bernd Leno picked up a knock in midweek, but he's back and ready to play. And Guendouzi has found his way onto the bench. I didn't make that happen. Who has Guendouzi's replaced? A striker of some kind. Boom. Let's just see if I can find the wee lad again. There have been a lot of underage games recently, so he might not even be fit. So there we go. He is fit. Guendouzi is not going to make the bench for this game because I do need a striker on the bench just in case I have to change things up. So into the game we go. Oh, feeling good, boys. I'm feeling good about this one. We're going to get absolutely caned, aren't we? Right, come on, into the game. Yeah, those lower graphics settings to speed the game up aren't terribly impressive, are they? Also, there appears to be people in the Etihad. That's unusual. Right, into the dressing room. Oh, in fact, I should have done the whole... We'll do the lineup in a second. I knew what I was doing. I didn't. I got too excited. Right, challenge to pick up where they left off. That seems like a good plan. In the tunnel. What are they going to say in the tunnel? Can he carry his good form? Yes. Sure. Oh, those graphics are janky. They're janky when you turn them down. That's not pretty at all. Right, let's encourage the team to start off with, because that's kind of my tradition. Playing yellow and blue, I guess. Their team: Ederson, Cancelo, Stones, Laporte, Angelino, Fernandinho, De Bruyne, Silva, Sterling, and Aguero. Perfect. And some good players on that bench too. Alright, it's okay. No panic. No need to panic. Nothing bad can happen here. Just some world-class players up against our team of misfits and nobodies. God, I hate these graphics like this. I'm going to have to find some kind of happy medium between speed and niceness, or hopefully they'll patch it and things can go back to normal. Raheem Sterling comes through looking at all his 16-bit glory and just does very little with it. That's absolutely fine. Right, so we need to get into this game. We need to get into this game quite rapidly. I'm sure I did an encouraged shout. Let's demand more, because I've not seen much. There we go. We've got some focus out of them. Kolasinac picks up our first yellow card of the season, and indeed his first yellow card of the season. I might attempt to ease off tackles. Might want to. Probably won't, because I feel like getting stuck in is the way here. Aguero picks up the ball out wide. Straight ball over to Sterling. This kick clash is horrible. Sterling to Leno, and that is the easiest save he'll have to make all day. So not happy with his graphics. They drive me mad. Kolasinac picks it up on the left wing. Highlight continues. Switches it. Finds Pepe. Pepe's got a good run here at the left back. Cuts inside beautifully. He's going alone. Oh, pulls a save out of Edison. Would have been a cracking goal. Absolutely outstanding goal. James with the corner. Floats it in. Aubameyang. Oh, he takes it wide. I think we're supposed to be playing in the yellowy blue kit, but we're not. Which is probably the graphics pack that I carried over from last season, because there isn't one for this season. That's fine. It's the beta. Things are going to go wrong. Raheem Sterling, though, he's kind of done us there, and he's on a tear. Someone needs to defend. He's taken a pop from miles away, and Leno has just said thank you very much and carried on his life, which is nice of him. Right. So David Luiz now has got a free kick deep. Short one to Kolasinac, back to David Luiz. Luiz forward. Hoofed ball forward, but he's found Lacazette and he's free and clear. Can he finish? Really can't finish. Really can't finish. Just can't finish. Time for another shout. Let's show some passion. Didn't work last time. We'll see if it works this time. De Bruyne with the ball over the top to Sterling. Some appalling defending we just did there as well. Angelino out on the on the left wing. Back to Sterling. Cross in. Cancelo. It's their poor shooting is doing us more favours than anything we're doing. We're not really getting into the game at all, which is slightly worrying as we get into half time in the drizzle. Oh, I don't know what to do now. We appreciate their efforts. They seem happy enough. Really need to see better in the second half, though. We need to see something much better, because this is not a great performance. Have we got any shouts available to us? We do. Let's get creative. Sterling with a throw into Silva. Ball out wide. Sterling again finds Silva. Come on, they're making this too easy. Ball over the top. Cancelo, who frankly had all the space in the world, didn't close down terribly well. Tapping out far too nicely. We're just not pressing. We're not pressing enough. Might have to do a Gegenpress tactic if we don't start pushing up a bit more. Cancelo's given all the time he needed. He had hours there. There was just no intention to defend, really. And De Bruyne now has picked up the ball on the right wing. David Luiz heads it clear, but only as far as Silva. I don't know which Silva it is, because it's not telling me which Silva it is at any given time. Might be a bug. Leno. Ball out to Pepe. Finds James, and we're really deep here. Ceballos back to Wague on the overlap. Long ball back though. Long ball to David Luiz. Kolasinac on the left wing. Torreira. Kolasinac again. David Luiz. Which everything's going backwards. Long pass out. Kolasinac finds it again. Torreira to James Rodriguez. Back to David Luiz, and we've given the ball away. And this is where they score. You can see it coming. Aguero to Sterling. Ball over the top. That's going to find Cancelo in acres of space as always. No real defending there. Bernardo and De Bruyne. And that's the first goal against us. That was utterly shocking. That was utterly appalling. Just the defending here. Oh, I think we'll have to switch to hit them on the counter, I think. And there may be bigger tactical changes coming than that, but we need to really sort our lives out. And what's worrying is Kolasinac is booked, Wague is tired. Gotta take Kolasinac off and make that change for Maitland-Niles again. He's not the best guy for the job, but he's the only guy we have. Wague is just going to have to suck it up. Anyone playing bad? I mean, Socrates is playing quite badly. So is Aubameyang and Torreira. And now Aubameyang's picked up a knock, which is not ideal, so we're going to have to make that change now. That's fine, because Bukayo Saka, it's the wrong time to bring in a youth team player, really, but you know, if they're good enough, they're old enough, right? he probably would have come up on the chopping block anyway, and Granit Xhaka's probably going to have to come on at some point, because I do need some kind of leadership in that midfield. I just feel like I need it. Can't put my finger on why, but I feel that you get those gut instincts. Just a leader in midfield might help break down the play a little bit. Oh, he set up Aguero. What was that defending? What was that defending? Was he offside? I don't think he was offside. Oh, he was offside. Alright, let's do a quick pause before this goes horribly wrong. Quick pause. One last throw of the dice. Torreira is really playing badly. So is Socrates. I feel that's the choice there. We'll do that, and then we'll have Rodriguez doing more of an attacking midfield thing. Build from deep, maybe a tactical change to a... Let's try that. Risky, but we'll try it. Let's say a little prayer, boys. Say a little prayer. But we've got a lot of pace in this team. It's not inconceivable we can hit them on the break and get something out of this. Not inconceivable at all. Wagway picks it up straight away. Ball to Lacazette. Pepe on the right wing. He's got time. He needs to make the right choice. Ceballos. Oh, it's dangerous to Socrates, but Lacazette's got the pace to get through. Alexandre Lacazette has got himself a goal. We are level. And that was a counter-attacking player, and we haven't even switched to the counter-attacking style, which is very, very exciting. There might have to be a counter-attacking version of this formation, for away games. That might be the way forward, but a draw against Man City would not be shameful in any way, shape or form. We are going to make those changes because we need to bring Granit Xhaka on into the midfield. It's going to change things a little bit though. The thing with going to the counter-attacking mentality as well is having that playmaker deeper means the ball gets out faster in theory. Bernardo Silva, loads of time, not nearly enough skill for that particular finish, and Leno now is going to hook it forward. Going to be a good counter-attack from here. Pepe's got the overlap there. He's chose not to use it. Xhaka. Ceballos back to Xhaka. Xhaka with the ball over the top, and he's found Saka in plenty of space for a cross into Pepe. What was that defending? It's gone down as Ederson own goal, which is slightly unfair on Pepe, but that was some of the worst goalkeeping you'll ever see, and it's a shame we have to watch it in 16-bit mode. Saka gets the cross in, Pepe gets off the shot, hits the post, and just comes off the back of Ederson. I don't know if that was bad goalkeeping or bad luck, but we're 2-1 ahead, and we will take that all day long. Absolutely all day long. And this little tactical change looks like it's paid dividends, and we're going to maybe go for a third. Leno with a big hoofing ball forward. It's gone over the top of Silva. Ceballos makes a tackle. Lacazette, Pepe should have done better with that pass. I saw that pass coming. Now we go Pepe on the way through. Hard to tell who's who, but Pepe's gone alone. He should have squared it. Really should have squared it. Lacazette's going to be really annoyed that he didn't get made use of better there. And they've got a corner. De Bruyne over the top. Let's get it clear. Was that a... Oh, don't. Oh. That's a poor amateurish penalty to give away, and Aguero's going to absolutely bury this. Never a doubt in my mind that was going in. Never a doubt. Sergio Aguero can't score from 12 yards, then we're in real trouble. It's just such a... Pause. That's what I want to do. Pause it. Let's demand more from them. Bit of focus has come in. It's not going to make a difference, is it? That's the game. 2-2 draw, though. It's not. If you'd offered me a draw before the game with the injury troubles we have, I mean, that's by no means our strongest team on paper. You know, everyone's fit. Wagway probably doesn't get in the team. Socrates might not get in the team, or Luis, one of those guys, probably wouldn't get in the team. Maitland-Niles certainly, or Kolasinac certainly wouldn't be in the team. So, you know, for what's essentially a sort of A2 squad, not necessarily a B squad, but A2 certainly, not a bad result, and we are currently top of the Premier League after 2 games. Get a good look at this, boys, because that's not going to stay that way for much longer. But we're top of the Premier League, and that is a good place to end, I think. So, yeah, there we go. Good opening day of the season. I think we're going to come back for the next game in the next episode. We're playing Liverpool. It'll be a one-shot, and then the episode after that we'll do the first Europa League game against whoever we get drawn at, which hopefully we'll know very soon. So, in the meantime, guys, thank you very much for watching. I have been, as always, Chasing Lamely. You have, as always, been an awesome audience. At the bottom there, you'll find all my social media things, the Twitter, Insta, Patreon. Hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the bell, so you can find the next video as soon as it comes out. And in the meantime, like I said, I've been Chasing Lamely. You've been awesome. Have a good one, guys. See you soon.